Hello everyone, welcome to Figma tips and tricks tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about dynamic chart where you will see how to use variable, how to use variable modes and a single variable multiple uses. So let's start with an example which is having the analytic chart and where you can see post engagement report which is a table, post engagement chart which is having the bar chart having the value of like a Feb month and consecutive date like a 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So what is this analytic chart which is having like a engagement, having some attribute like a impression, repost, mentions, reactions, replies, likes and bookmarks. So this attribute having some values like a impression rate, what is the impression rate for this post on Feb 9th, 70, on Feb 10th, 60, on Feb 11th, 80 and so on. So same way here, whatever values you are seeing, this all used a local variable. So this is assigned a local variable which is having the value 70. So I have done just one column which is like a 70, 20, 50 and just changing the variable mode which is having Feb 10th and having the values reflected to 60, 100 and all. The same way this bar is having the height and the height is assigned a value which is declared or which is created in a local variable. So next, this is the overlay chart. While I click on impression, this is the chart which is having the values of the impression only. So what is the value of like a Feb 9th, 10th, 11 and 12? It will show as well. So next go to the repost which is also having the value of a repost like 9, 10, 11, 12 and mention, reactions, replies, likes, and bookmarks. So this analytical chart, overall, this is a part of one analytical dashboard, which is having one of the module, which is analytical chart for the post engagement report, and which is having the table, and you can see the individual chart for the individual engagement attribute. And here also you can see the legend which is having the impression, repost, mention. So all are having the different colors, so easy to identify and you can change the current value. What is the current value of this? 70. What is the percentage? So this percentage is calculated from the previous one. So previous data, this percentage is having 20% and might be in previous it was a 50%. So this is calculated as per the previous data. So let's see how to create, how to use variable, how to use variable mode, and how we can use a single variable value for multiple plays. Like you are seeing here, this 70, the value is used here for this bar chart height, and the same 70, the value is used for here to showing this line chart. So start with example how to create that. So first of all, I will start with local variable. So you can see this local variable is created here for the impression. Here, this is the variable mode, Feb 9, 10, 11, 12, which is given here. And then the values, which is having like 70, this column. So you can see this column like 70, 20, 50, 30, 20. So this is the one of the column. And then this is the second column. And likewise, it is 11th and 12th. So this value, which is given here, is used for the chart, as I said. So how it is using for the chart? So like here, this is the component instance. So I will go to the main component. Here is the main component, and you can see this is having the bar and this bar is assigned the value of impression 70. So it is taking the height. Next, this is for repost, and again the height is assigned this value. So once we have done with this creation of bar and assign the height, we'll create the component and we can use this instance in our chart. So this is, I think, clear. So moving to the next, this is also a bar and which is having the ellipse or circle over the bar. So whenever the bar height is giving like a, here you can see this height is given for the bar, as well as the circle or ellipse will move up. So same way here, here and here. So next is how to assign and how we can change the variable mode. So like here you can see this is one of the column and having this value 70. So here once I click on this, you can see the variable is assigned as an impression, and here impression, but here you can see the mode. So apply the variable mode which is Fab10. If I move to the 80, so having the same variable impression above and the variable mode is Fab11. So as usually we can create this very easily, and overall we can give the interaction for this post engagement. So here while I click on this repost, you can see we have a single overlay here and having the multiple values. So how we can use this single overlay with the multiple values? For that I have used again variable which is having boolean. So the boolean value is just making true and false of each interaction. How we can do that? So here you can see like go to prototype, and here it is given open post engagement chart as overlay, and if impression is not equal to true, make the impression true and remaining all false. And then finally you can see here we have the chart title which is also a variable impression. So you can see here it is attached post engagement name. So whenever I click on this impression, so here I have mentioned impression, and if it is going to the another one like repost, you can see here it is saying open same overlay. If repost equal to false, make it true. Post repost line, so that is the line which I have given the vector one, true, and remaining all false. And this post engagement is having text repost. That's it, and very easy and simple. So I will just do the quick exercise for this assigning the variable value and how we can apply the variable mode and how we can create this kind of line chart. So three exercises I'm going to do here. It's a very simple way. So I'm starting here with this text. So suppose this is having example, and this is auto layout, and within one more auto layout. So this we can say table, and here you can see this frame. So you can say this cell and just we can make it this. So it will go horizontally and just we can copy this, make this. So this cell, and here just I will make it her, and this. Okay, so I will make it like this, four values. So 2, cell 3 and 4. Now cell is ready. So table is here, and this table will just give the stroke. Next I'm going to create local variable. So from here create collection and say example, and you can create number variable. So this is example 1, and value suppose I'm giving 100. So same way you can duplicate this and change to example 2. Value you can give 120, duplicate this and say example 3, and values you can give 140, again duplicate and say example 4 and values 160. So till here I have created the number variable, and I'm going to create the mode. So here you can see the plus icon, you can create the mode, and you can say here, suppose I'm saying this Feb 09, and here I'm saying Feb 10, and here I'm giving the values 200, 220, 230, and 210. Now again I'm creating the another mode which is Feb 11, and here I'm giving the value 210, 130, 140, and 160. Now the last one I'm going to create Feb 12, and the values are like 220 to 20. We'll make it this 240 to 90, and finally 300. So this mode is also created, and now I'm going to assign the values to this table data. So this is example. You can select this text here, example. Come here, you can see the apply variable, and here you can check example, example 1 having value 100. So it is appearing here 100. Now I'm going to just delete this, because if this variable is assigned, you can see here variable mode will appear, apply variable mode. But if the variable is not applied, not assigned, you won't see here the variable mode. So what I'm going to do, just deleting this, and again I'm copying this. So instead of assigning again and again, just copy and paste, and just assign the variable in a single cell. So next cell I have just selected, you can see here variable mode, and you can change to the 10th, the value is 200, can change the variable mode, the value is 210, and again you apply the variable mode which is value is 220. So this is for the cell 1 which is done. So just I will make one row and we'll say row 1. So now this row 1 is done. We need to create another row. So this one, and we'll do like this. So this is row 2. So while creating row 2, this need to be assigned instead of example 1, example 2. And again, we need to assign the values. So what we'll do, we just delete this and we'll copy this cell. Now we change the mode, 10th. So check this. This is example 2. Check this. This is example 2, right? So here the variable mode is Feb 10th. Again, select this cell and say Feb 11. Again, you select this and apply the variable mode 12. So this row 2 is done. Now you can create the row 3. So here is the row 3. You can assign the value first. So here you can check example 3. It is done. Now I'm going to remove this and just use this cell, copying this cell and just applying the variable mode from here, Feb 10, again Feb 11 and Feb 12. So this is done. Row 3 is done. Now row 4, same copy, and here you can select this and say instead of example 3, example 4, value is 160 and remaining you can delete. Now this is the cell, copy this and now you can assign the variable mode which is Feb 10, 11 and then 12. Instead of doing this also means we can do directly to the row, so it will change the entire row. So how we can do that, we'll see in this another example which is like a bar chart. So how we can create this bar and how we can assign the value, we'll see the next exercise on this. So this table is done and now I'm going to create the bar. So for creating the bar, here I have frame and just this, and here having some color, so pick the color. So this is done and we are having 1 2 3 4 values on this column, so we'll take just example of 4 columns. So means 4 bar, 2, 3 and 4. So now select this and I'm just changing with this color selection. So second one is done. Now the third one and then finally fourth one. So now this is done. Uh, Next is what we have to do. So this is the like frame and I'm applying the variable here. So here is the height because this is just going to apply for this height and it will like a scale up and go like this as per the value which we have given on the table. So same way here also. So I'm applying this height and this is example 1 which is having value 100 and this bar is going down. So look at this. So it is getting increased like 100 but not from the base. So how we can do that, we'll see this. Just make this 0 degree rotation to 180 degree. So before that I'm going to select all frames and make it 180 degree. I'm going to apply the variable. So this is the height, apply variable for example 1 Now for this example 2, this for example 3, and the last one for example 4. So example 4 is having value 160, here applied, and this is 160. So once we have done with this, we can make it this as a component. So here is the component. We can say this example, and now I'm going to use the instance of this. So here is the example, and this is the example for, I didn't give the height. Okay, so here is the header. Just I will copy this header. Okay, so there we have this. Okay, so here we have the data of like a Feb 9, 10, 11, 12, and here we have the chart. So this is the instance, and now I'm just copying this, and for the Feb 10th, and for another Feb 11, and for another Feb 12. So selecting this, I'm just going to apply the variable, which is a variable mode which is having Feb 10. So whatever data is given for Feb 10, it will appear here, and Feb 11, and then Feb 12. So here is the chart which is available as per the given local variable values. So remaining this legend and all is very easy. You can create very simple, and already it is there in component. So you can change the color and all. You can see here, you can write this text and you can change the color of this. So next is this line chart, how we are creating the line chart. So already I've said, so here is the interaction which is having, so we'll start with this. This is the post engagement chart frame, where this impression is the one text which is assigned value, and remaining this all are a line chart uh, where I have placed one ellipse inside this. How we can do that? Just I will come to here. Just take an example of this. Copy this. So how we can create this line chart? So just here I have taken this. Now this is the one frame, and I kept one ellipse inside this, and the height is given 70. Now I'm detaching this and giving the height 100. So this circle is not moving. So how we can make it to move? So first of all, I will create this auto layout, and in this auto layout, this is in middle. So you can see this is in middle, this ellipse. So make it down, up, so it won't move. The next, just make it this constraint, and now you can select this, can move it down, so you can keep it here, or you can place it here. So second important thing is like whenever we are giving the values like 120, so it is not getting on top. So this, or just one phrase example I can say, like here one bar is there and we are placing one circle. Now this bar is having some values like this is currently 120 and 32. Instead of 32, just we'll say 100. So it is moving down. Now instead of this, I'm giving the rotation 180 degree, so it will move up. Now just giving the color. So this circle is in down. If I make it up, whether it will work or not. So here this is 100. I'll give 30. Circle is still there. So for that, I will create this as a frame. Now this is stick with this. Next, what need to do? So here the value is 10 of this height. We'll say 30. Circle is in middle. So we'll say top. Now again I'm moving this as a 50. It is working. Now 70. It is working. So same way we have to create this and remaining like once this is done, what we need to do here, like I'm not using the fill color, instead of I'm using the stroke right now to show, and this circle is having some different color, suppose I'm giving red, and the same way you can use the another 2, 3, and one more you can copy, and 4. So total 4 is there. Now I have used the same technique here to create this. So same thing I am creating here also. So this is the first one. So remaining this all I'm going to hide it here. So first one, this circle color is this, which I'm going to take it the impression color. So first one color is changed. Now the second is repost color. So this is for the first one, which I'm going to hide, and the second one I'm make it visible. So this repost color can give it here, and again I will make it hide and make it frame 11. So this one, and we'll pick the color of mention. So it is here and we can paste it. So frame 11 is also done. Now I'm make it visible to frame 12, the last one, and which is having the color of this yellow. Just taking this color, and after the selection can make it this and just like these values. So this work is done. Now I'm going to create the local variable here. This is all for number values, and now I'm going to create for the next one, which is having the boolean value. So for boolean value, you can create the collection. You can say line chart, and here you can create the boolean. You can say ex1, ex2, ex3, and duplicate. I can say ex4. So first one I'm making true and remaining all false. So first I will make it all true, and we'll see while we are assigning the values. So this is the first one, second, third, fourth. So make it visible all. So this is the first one. Okay. So I will make it first one true, remaining all false. So first one is visible here. So come to appearance, apply ex1. Now apply ex2, ex3, and then finally ex4. So how we'll apply this ex4? It will get false and only ex1 will be visible. Now the next is this is the ex1 and the value which I have assigned. So like this is the frame. Before going towards there, what we need to do, just make this all true and apply the variable first. So here is the number variable for this first one, which is example. So here we can have this, and from here apply variable. You can see example 1, and then for frame 2 apply variable example 2, and then for frame 3 apply variable example 3, and then last apply variable for example 4. So all set. Now the next, just come to local variable, make it one true and another false. And before that, we have to remove this border. So this, select all, check out this, and come to local variable, make it another false, one true. So here is the frame, and we need for four values here for fib 9, 10, 11, 12. So just I am copying this, 2, 3, and 4. So this is for the single individual one, like impression, or you can say example one. So here you can change the mode. So this is for the fib 10, this is for the fib 11, and this is for the fib 12. So just we need to add this x-axis and y-axis. So x-axis value, line, just copy this, and here I'm going to create one frame, and pasting inside this. So I think I need to make it this frame a little bigger. And now placing this. So how we can place this? So just this form. So align properly. Just I have used the example. So make it the auto layout and use this auto margin. It will align, and the remaining data and all you can set it. So once you have done with this, you need to create the lines. So for that, you can use the paint tool and make this. So this is done. And this line color, you can have the same color and you can say this is for example one. And now come to here, you can create one more boolean which can say example one line. So here is the line. So which is I have to make it true, and this example one I have to apply this variable. You can come here and can say example one line. So this is done, and now the final thing is the color thing. Just take this color, select this line, and line is throw color. You can change it to this. So this is done for the example one, or you can say the impression which is created here. While we click on this impression, it is showing this. Now the next is the another one which is the example two. So here you can come and we can make it this both false. So once we make it false, it won't appear, right? So now we'll make it example two. So example two, only one is appearing because we have just one here, and we have to copy and make it another option, 2, 3, and 4. So here we can select this and we can say this as a variable mode 10, and here we can say variable mode 11. Here we can say variable mode 12. Now this is done. So next is just to use the paint tool. So this is done, and we can say here example 2. Okay, so for this we can use this color. So this vector will have this color, and this is example 2. So same way, what we need to do, just come to local variable, and here you just duplicate this, and instead of this we can say example 2 line. So once we have done with this, select this line and apply the variable which is having example 2 line. So this is done, and now you can make it visible and visible. So come to local variable, you can make it false. So this is done. So same way you can do the remaining one, and now coming to the interaction part. So how we can do that? So suppose I am taking the example one here, how we can give it the interaction here. So this is the one column. I'm just giving interaction to this only. This is the example one. Or we can create one more row, one more cell here. So before that, just I'm giving this as an interaction. So once we click on this, what will happen? So this is the frame 16, and we are going to say open overlay frame 16, add it, set condition. If this is the one, example one, here is the option. So here example one, we are not going to take the numerical one, which is the boolean variable. We are going to take that. So here we have the line chart which is having ex1. So we'll say ex1 not equal to true. So if it is not equal to true, so we can say this, make it true. So ex1, make it true, and ex line. So from here you can add another set variable, ex line, make it true, and remaining we have to say false. So here set variable ex2 false, and again you can say set variable ex2 line false. Just I'm taking the example of these two only, otherwise this video will become too lengthy. So the value we have to give here, the value is this is true, false, and false. So ex2 will be false, only ex1 will be true. So this is done. On click OK. So this is the overlay. So instant, we need a background, we say it close while clicking outside. If you want any animation move in, so you can give it like up and down like this. So same interaction I'm using for this also. Just copy this, Control C or Command C from the back, and paste it here. Select the cell and just Control V. It will come here and we'll have the same interaction. Just we have to change ex1 instead ex2, ex2, and here also instead ex1 you can say ex2, and for this ex1 line we can say ex2 line, and this ex2 instead we can say ex1, instead ex2 line we can say ex1 line. So we'll take this. Okay, this is not a frame. Okay, so we'll take this frame selection. So here 100 it is coming, 120 it is coming. And the chart you can use the same legend and the x and y axis to show the chart. And this is the how to use variable, how to use variable mode, how to create variable, and how we can use the single value for the multi-purpose or multiple uses. So I have explained all those things in this exercise, and this file is uploaded in Figma community. You can download from there, you can use from there. And how is the trick? Please let me know, write on the comment. For today, thank you very much.